It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome to a special Hump Day edition of the Mike Prince Show. As you know, this is Labor Day weekend. And with that involved is going to be the Labor Day Classic. But before we get into that, let me remind you that our social media handles for Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter are all at The Mike Prince Show. The YouTube channel is Open Mic Broadcast Network. And, of course, our 24-hour dial-in message line, 713-570-6736. Without any further delay, we'll jump right into today's episode. You've heard me talk about it. Now the time has come that we are going to hear from the voice of the Texas Southern Tigers himself, my friend, my brother, and my enemy only for this week, but my enemy in love, Brother Larry, the Hale Chattabox. How you doing, my man?
Fantastic, brother. Glad. Thank you for having me on finally.
Finally? Man, you know you got an open invitation at any time.
I had no idea.
You had no idea? Well, now you know, so there'll be no more excuses, right?
No excuses.
Ever again. Well, look, man, it's time for the nitty-gritty. We're at the Hump Day. They're going to be having the Touchdown Club luncheon later on. Normally, there would be some roasting going on, but from the looks of things, from the press conference on Monday, we might not be having that this season come along. What's your thoughts about that, and how can we rectify that?
Well, I think both coaches are coming with a very different kind of mindset. Not a lot of hee-hee and ha-hawing. If you're Texas Southern, you don't have time to hee-hee and ha-ha, because the last time Prairie met Texas Southern on the gridiron, you beat us by 60. So I don't think it's a lot of hee-hee and ha-ha hoorah on the Texas Southern side. I think it's all about business, but sometimes it all depends on the personality of the coaches. As far as back in the days, we used to guys laughing and telling jokes about fishing, as Eddie Robinson used to do, and things of that nature before the opponent. But now, in this world that, football world we're in, most guys leave the humor to the side and let us media guys handle that.
Well, I understand that part of it, but it kind of takes away from the signature design of what made the SWAC what it is, because we know that it's all in jest, all in fun, and the bottom line is to move and sell tickets. And I think it's something that needs to be somewhat orchestrated back in. It's just good publicity, man. It's an opportunity to shine on your conference, opportunity to shine on your programs, and it's an opportunity to shine on some of your key players.
I totally agree with it. Seemed like it was just kind of how can I say it, more like a business meeting instead of an actual press conference where everyone is getting together and talking football.
Yeah, and and maybe we just a couple of old pieces of dirt that just kind of like a little rambunctiousness every now and then. Nothing real major, nothing real personal. That you got to be able to stand your ground and represent your school, right?
Of course, I just think it's a great idea. I'm really excited about both teams, as Texas Southern has gone in a different direction and got a hometown guy in McKinney. Seems like he's got the program the way he wants to go right now. Still early to tell, but anything can happen on any given SWAC football Saturday.
On any given SWAC football Saturday is absolutely right. It all starts at 5:30 p.m. August 31st. The Panthers and the Tigers getting together for the 35th annual Labor Day Classic. There have been a couple of hiccups in between Labor Day Classics, whether it was hurricanes or just scheduling change due to opportunities to play at the MEAC SWAC challenge. But now that it's said that it's going to be almost a concrete thing to keep it at the Labor Day Classic, I'm happy about that. I'm absolutely thrilled about that, because it creates a unique environment that could only fit with Prairie View and Texas Southern, at least from my point of view.
And to my understanding, I was at the press conference and Kevin Granger said it, and Alicia Pete agreed with it about the Labor Day Classic remaining at Labor Day, not at Thanksgiving, as you guys have changed it. Not at different times, but it's going to be actually at Labor Day.
So hold on. Why you got to put the blame on us?
Excuse me?
Why do you have to put the blame on us?
Whose athletic director changed it?
Well, the athletic director changed it because of the opportunity. Let's not forget the time that you guys played in the Bahamas.
Well, we didn't cancel Labor Day Classic, though.
Man, y'all was trying to play it before Labor Day Classic, trying to get up, and you still came up short.
Wow. Let the games begin.
Hey, let them begin, baby. Pow, shots fired. Shots fired. Now, you and I, we can sit up and talk all day because we're not going to be out there hitting on each other.
And we don't have to answer about anybody either.
What do you feel are going to be some of the keys for the Tigers to have success this weekend, and what advantage do you see that the Tigers have coming into this weekend's match?
Well, I think one of the advantages that Texas Southern has is that no one has seen us. No one has seen the revamped Tigers action in action. And we have actual footage on Prairie View under the system that Coach Dooley has implemented last season in his games at Grambling State. I just think it's going to be a great football game. Offensively, Texas Southern has gone through the transfer portal, like you said, and the defensive portal. For the defensive side of the football, as you've mentioned numerous times and cried about on your radio show, that we have used that to our advantage. It'll be a great game.
So you said I've been crying about you guys going to the portal?
I mean, if you walk like a duck, you quack like a duck, you live a duck.
I don't recall any crying. I mean, if there's anyone that cries, man, don't let a foul go against your beloved Tigers. Oh, man, it's blasphemy. Man, somebody needs to arrest them.
Oh, wow, really? Okay.
Now, do I need to go and roll some of that beautiful Bing footage where you're complaining about the officiating?
Knowing you will. You haven't.
Well, you
think about Michael Prince. When he says roll tape, you better be doing roll tape.
Hey, baby, that's what I do. I don't want you to have that selective amnesia. You remember what you want to remember. You recall what you want to recall. Let it all roll out there. Let it all roll out.
But that's the beauty of it.
Yes, sir. That is absolutely the beauty of it. Now, I made fun of it, but there was a lot of little hidden nuggets at the press conference. Booker T, 6-time world champion. Houston. Two-time Hall of Famer, baby. Yeah. Now, I got to be honest with you, Chatter. I'm not big on wrestling, but he brought a little flair, if you allow me to play on words, a little flair to the press conference that was funny. And if you didn't really listen to what he had to say, you could have missed an entire message.
Yeah, you're right about that. You're definitely right about that. I think Booker T did an extraordinary job. And also, he's a radio show host, so I was really excited about that as well. How they jumped into this crazy world of radio.
It is absolutely a crazy world. We're talking right now with Lary, the Chattabox Hale of the Texas Southern Tigers and KTSU. You're going into your 19th, or is it your 20th year, Chattabox as a voice? The 20th season, man. We got to do something special for you. With your 20th year at the mic for the Tigers, and some people may know your story, some people may not know your story. How did Chatter begin to cut his teeth on the microphone?
Well, I began as a producer for the football games. I was able to sit back and watch some guys like Vince Kennedy, Leonard Moon. Matter of fact, Vince Kennedy was a member of Phi Beta Sigma, God rest his soul, passed away right after we beat Prairie View in the Highsmith era. And then Leonard Moon took over from there. He slid from color to play-by-play, and then Devin Wade stepped from the sideline to there. which opened an opportunity for me to be a part of the sideline broadcast at Texas Southern. And I just did the best that I could do and produce games when they were on the road. And I just listened and paid attention. And I'm glad I did, and great to be in the situation that I'm in. But most of all, what I really love is I love helping these young men and young women that come to Texas Southern in search of knowledge about the world of broadcasting. And I believe in putting people to work. I don't believe your mom and dad sent you here just to come and look and watch. And then at the end of your senior year, you're struggling trying to do a project when you could have been working all along and learning and honing your skills.
Absolutely, absolutely. That's what it's all about. Reach one, teach one, giving back, because it's the gift that does keep on giving. And we've been blessed to have learned some crafts and some skills that you can pass on that can further this task down the road, man. And it's absolutely an honor and a joy to be able to work with brothers such as yourself and the fraternity, not only in the Southwestern Athletic Conference, but in the broadcasting brotherhood and sisterhood, I might add, as a whole. Man, it's some unique people that we come across on a daily basis.
Well, since you say that, as I look around when I first started doing this 20 years ago, things have certainly changed around the landscape of radio broadcasting, especially in the Southwestern Athletic Conference. You and I have talked about this. You got guys like Lee Hall; he gives it his all. You got other guys in the conference, Santoria Black. Bob Carpenter was a steady stalwart at Jackson State. Now Rob J is doing what he does. Ike Brooks did it for Alabama A&M. Now you got Ted Dixie and Mike Burns doing their thing. Still kind of up in the air about the Panthers right now. But when you think about it, Arkansas Pine Bluff, they have a new voice. And Dwayne Lewis, who's the sports information specialist, used to be in the SWAC office, so we've seen him quite a bit. Now he's dipped into the radio side as well for his respective university, which is Arkansas Pine Bluff. But sometimes I feel like the administration really sometimes you can tell by a strong administration when they support what you're doing. And I'm so thankful that I have a president and Dr. Austin Lane and a vice president of intercollegiate athletics, Kevin Grange, along with my general manager, that they believe in me and they believe what I'm doing. And I'm really blessed to be around 20 years. And if I don't call another ball game, I can't complain because I've had a great ride.
I do hear and receive that 1,000%. Let me clear for the record. Prairie View will be handled by Charles Porter. So it'll be the return of Charles Porter on the mic. I do believe that they're going to be doing it on the Prairie View A&M University Sports Network. Still working some things out to get back toward KPVU, but that would be a grand return of the MAC, if you allow me to put it like that, when that day does arrive.
I'll tell you about Charles Porter. Charles Porter and I have history. His father was one time the general manager at KTSU. And Charles Porter and I, we have numerous sit down and talk. And Charles Porter loves Prairie View.
Absolutely,
and he's a
absolutely.
strong advocate of radio, and he just tells it like it is. Sometimes he paints it purple, I paint it maroon. But if they don't know you're a homer, then why are you even out there? But Charles Porter is respected, has gained my respect since day one. And he welcomed me into the SWAC with open arms. And he said if anything he could do for me to let him know. And he's always been there as a great friend to help out. And especially when Prairie View was suffering through those lean years, he called all those ball games to the best of his ability and within respect for those young men at Prairie View A&M. And I just think he deserves a lot of accolades.
Absolutely, absolutely. Porter has been holding up the PV mantle for quite some time. A lot of people don't know that I started out engineering and producing a lot of those games back in the late 80s for Porter and Greg Bowdry, who were the voices and working for KPVU. And I slid in on some occasions for the Texas State Fair Classic and did some stuff. And then I ventured off into other avenues, if you would. And then came back and did some independent work. And thus here I am today, some 30 years in the game. So there's a long history with Porter and I as well for that. And when you talk about someone who loves the conference, loves Prairie View, it'd be hard to measure up to anyone else who would go and dare to say something else different. So and we know, and I heard something from you just a while ago, and I'm about to let you know, you did admit that you are a homer and you do get overzealous sometimes when stuff don't go your Tigers' way.
Now, I didn't say all that.
Yeah, you did, man.
Wow, you're incredible.
You know what? I try real hard. I try real hard too.
I'm not even fooled by it. I know. Like I know.
But no, in all seriousness, Brother Box, you have 20 years of memories. And if you could give me your top 3 Prairie View, Texas Southern memories of this Labor Day Classic.
It's my most top memory has to be when Robbie Hirsch kicked the 50-plus yarder in the Reliance Stadium. Crowd went into a frenzy. Dal Asbury was the coach. And Robbie has always been a great. One of the things about Texas Southern, we've always had great special teams play, especially at the punter position and at the kicker position. And Robbie Hirsch did a great, great job knocking down that field goal for us.
Now, before you go any further, for the record, it wasn't 50-something, it was 48.
No, it was a 50-plus yard.
It was 48 yards, man. But you did win the game.
You must have stand because I saw the kick.
I
was there. I don't know where you were. I don't know if you were in the tunnel or you were getting the snow cone. I don't know where you were.
Hey, man. As a matter of fact, I got the video. I got the video.
Tigers beat the Panthers. Were you there?
We are talking with Larry the Chattabox Hale. He had to go in a hymnal on me. Were you there? You know why you had to do that? Because it's been a long time since your Tigers have beat PV. Y'all done went and dumped the Brinks truck and still coming up short.
You got to pay somebody, man. You got to pay them.
How about paying attention to an effective scheme?
We're going to get it done.
You got to get it done?
I look for this to be a very exciting game.
Oh, no doubt. No doubt. It's going to be exciting because, number one, it's Prairie View, Texas Southern. It doesn't get any better than that. People talk about other Power 5 rivals, but it doesn't get any better than Texas Southern in Prairie View. And I don't care what the sport is. It could be tiddlywinks. It could be hopscotch. If you got on maroon and gray and you're going up against the purple and gold, it's going to be a battle. And I am looking forward to it. But you know what else I'm looking forward to?
What?
My boudin balls.
Oh, yeah, you'll get them.
You know, I don't want to say nothing, but, you know, you've been in the hole the last 4 years, man. I ain't got my steak yet.
Man, you got this steak.
Huh?
That dog must have ate it. That's what happened.
Oh, man. Look at Chattabox. You know.
That dog must have ate it.
That dog must have ate it. My killer guard dog got a hold to it and said, no, this is my pay, Pop. I gotta handle this one on my own. Gotta handle this one.
Yeah.
Well, look here. Let's do this here. Let's play a diamond in the rough game. Diamond in the rough. Give me one player that is going to be under the radar only for a little while, but he's going to have a breakout day this weekend.
I think Trendavian Dixon. Tre'Davious Dixon is already on the radar, but I think with the way they're playing right now, the offensive scheme that we're in, I look for the wide receiving unit to really have a nice day. I think that defensively, on the defensive side of the football, I think our secondary is going to be key. I think our cornerbacks are going to be tested. So I just think this is going to be a great wheel for Texas Southern.
Okay, and you know I cannot let you get off the hook, man, without giving me your prediction.
Texas Southern, 35, Prairie View, 21.
You didn't even believe that when you said that, man.
Oh, really? Okay.
35-21?
Yes. Or would you rather you want 60? You want to put 60 on?
Well, hey, I need to be asking you that. 60-14?
And dude didn't even call the dog.
Are you supposed to?
Shame on him.
Shame? Oh, there you go with that old belly aching. He didn't even call the dogs off.
Shame on him.
Shame on him? Well, I tell you what, you don't call the dogs off when you got them Panthers beating the stripes off them Tigers.
Wow.
It ain't about no dog, baby. It's about the big cats, the Panther, the original Black Panther. How you like that?
I hear you. Sound like a good cartoon to me.
Look here, my brother. How can people get a hold to hear the work that you're putting out on a daily basis?
You can go to Spreaker and check out the Chattabox podcast. Spreaker, check out the Chattabox podcast.
The Chattabox podcast, and it is CHATTABOX.
B-O. That's right.
That's right. You know, it's not chatter, it's chatter.
Also on Twitter, it's my handle is Chatterbox909.
Chatterbox909. And when they want to catch you behind the wheels,
catch me on TSU Radio, 90.9 FM, flagship station, Texas Southern University, from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. each and every Friday morning.
Each and every Friday morning. You know what, man? I got to give you some closing thoughts and comments. And if you're going to get it in right now.
Well, first of all, I just want to thank you for having me on your network. You are a very bright light to Prairie View. Some people don't think or respect your muscle, but you have a lot of muscle in that area, and your voice is heard around the world, and you continue to let your light shine and continue to protect the integrity of the media for Prairie View A&M.
Well, brother, you're awful kind. I don't know how much muscle I got, but I'll try to hold it up as long as I can while I can. And I would, in all honesty, say good luck on Saturday, but you know I wouldn't mean that. When I say good luck, I want you to have a fantastic broadcast when you celebrate for the moment that the kickoff starts, and then you have to give that final report that Prairie View has ran off with the 5th consecutive win for this Labor Day Classic, or the Prairie View Texas Southern Meetup. But I look forward to continue working with you, man. You as well have been the epitome of doing it the right way and doing it from the inside out, doing it from within. If I cut you, I know you're going to bleed some maroon and gray. And it's just like if you cut me, I'm going to bleed purple and gold. But we do have a love for the red and black, which represents the Southwestern Athletic Conference, and a little bit further, the blue and white that represents our beloved Phi Beta Sigma. And with that being said, I am going to say to all of you, if you don't do anything, mark your calendars for August 31st, because it will be on the Prairie View A&M University Panthers and the Texas Southern Tigers getting it done. I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince, and as always, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.